family. Yeah, my family. This is Mbuya Malaika again. Yes, thank you, my community. This is a community of love, a community of faith, whereby we are walking this journey of going back to Zimbabwe. So linjani bobaba labo mama makadi vana mai nana baba nana mkoma nana sisi, those who are on this struggle of this journey that we are walking together of going back to our Zimbabwe, going back home. Yes, so today's video is a bit different. Today's video is about exposing the harsh realities of business, success and building projects in Zimbabwe. So I don't want to sit here and say the project that we did, it was easy, it was a walk in the park. That would be a blue lie. Saka ndisoda kunyeba nditi zvanga zvakaoma dzinongo I feel like kuti dai ndazviregera. Asi shoko raMwari rinotiudza muna Proverbs 24 verse 10 inotaura kuti if you faint in the day of distress, how small is your strength. Saka shoko raMwari rinotiudza kuti yes, distress will come but will not faint. Discouragement will come but will not give in. People will steal but will not give in. People will discourage us but will not give in. So this is what I'm here to encourage someone while you go through the struggles that we went through, or maybe what others are still going through. So I'm just here to encourage you that unogona kubirwa, unogona kuita zvakaita sei, asi ndiri kuti don't stop your vision. Don't stop your vision, continue with your vision. To be where we are, it was a lot of struggles. Kupinda nemurwizi, nemudziva, nemungocharumwa nenjuzu. Asi when you know the journey that you are going with God, it is possible. So I'm not going to encourage us kuti zvatakasangana nazvo kuti nemo musawire mumakomba iwayo, so that you don't fall in the same pit that we fell in. Lani kuti ringawele magodini esawe like you. I'm thinking my Ndebele brothers and sisters, I'm multilingual. Kuti nemo ringawele magodini wanala kuti musawire mumakomba atakawira, so that you don't fall in the same pit that we fell. So you can pick one or two nuggets from what we are going to share here. Everything is risks. If you don't take a risk, you won't be able to succeed. If you live in business, if you don't take a risk, aubudiriri. Saka maproject waya tiri kuita plan kudzokera kumba marisk atiri kufamba nawo. Saka ndinotenda guys, I see your comments. I hear you. Thank you very much for interacting. Surely a community indeed. So welcome to my community. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, interact with us, comment, and we hear you, so that we can talk and discuss about this topic which is at hand. And this is a war that we are facing, so we need to fight it together. Let's come together and fight this war where we are going. This video is going to cover the difficulties that we faced. So it's the difficulties that we experienced ourselves. So they may not be the same with yours, but you might be able to learn one or two things from these difficulties that we saw, that we experienced, building and then business as well. What we try to do business, but it needs also go into details. But what I want to tell you is that nothing is nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. So there's nothing. So it's not a walk in the park. Like I remember, I think all of us, we can actually relate to this. When we came into England, we came with one suitcase, we came with one bag. But now we are returning, we've got more than one suitcase. It's more than enough that we are going back. But when we came, it was a risk, isn't it? We left our jobs, and we left our jobs. I remember I think when we come in the airport, we leave your resignation letter, leave it to your grandmother or your brother, I don't know. When you enter the airport, you say ndapinda, sengenile. Then can you go and give the letter of resignation at my workplace? So that was a risk. That was a very big risk, because you didn't know. You were coming to the land of unknown. Some people were just trusting friends that they will live with them. Some people were just coming, they didn't know where they were going. There were not many Zimbabweans in this country. Some people They left even well-paying jobs coming here, but takauya. So it was a big risk that we took. Actually, maybe coming to a foreign land way back, so when we came, I'm just taking you back so that you may understand that the same journey that you did coming here, it will be the same journey, fight going back. But at least where you are going back to where you're going back where your family is. Amen. So when we came here, we came in with we told them Sesingenile, and I remember that I think people at home thinking that when you enter on the ground of London, everything is honky dory. They started writing letters. Oh, please, can you bring me when Rune jersey? I want an original one. I don't want a fake one from Primark. I want the one with the seal. I want the one with the serial number. And that's what they were asking us. And probably because we wanted to please, we would do that. Oh, buy me trainers. I don't want those fake ones. Buy me proper ones, Nike ones, proper. That's what we did, and that's what we would do. We always wanted to maintain a name. I don't know. So some of us might still be in the same pot right now, that we want to continue to do that while we are spending maybe most of our days in tracksuits and track bottoms, because we're working. We're spending most of our nights sleeping because we've done a night shift, but we still continue to be a man pleaser. Yeah, so when we came, I think I was part of it that as well. Wanted to go and tell them that Sangenile, when we think Sangenile, as if you have entered, you just sweep money from the floor. And this is our mentality, maybe, because I think us at home, we'll be watching Manchester United, we'll be watching all this football on the television. We thought the reality like that on the ground, but completely different. I remember when we came in, when we came in, you get a job. Maybe be told that you are going to do silver service today. I'm sure you are relating with me that. But we've got no clue. That's a huge risk that we're taking. That we're going to go we're working for agencies. They'll say you are coming tomorrow on Monday. Come dressed up in black trousers and a white shirt. You are going to do silver service. Do a silver service. What is silver service? I have no clue what it was. So I'll just dress up and go. And when you are there, they expect you to carry 20 plates. One, I don't know, on the head, the other one on the shoulder, the other maybe on your foot. But they've never done it, but we just go and do it. So it was just risks that we were able to do and doing those jobs. I remember even some of the jobs that we used to do. I was just thinking about it. Cleaning tables at McDonald's. You'd go there and think, we're not sure you'll be good in English at the till. So your job today is for you to clean tables and toilets. I remember I cleaned toilets at McDonald's and tables for guests that were coming in, because they didn't think I'll be able to speak English. Also the till was not suitable for me because I couldn't speak English. So these were the risks that we took coming to this country. For some of the jobs, I think some of us we did what was called kitchen porter, and the agents would call it such a posh name that today you are going to Max and Spencer, we are going to John Lewis, or to Nirvana, you are going to be a kitchen porter. You'll be like, what's that? Maybe you go up all dressed up, knowing that you'll be washing plates and pots. And I remember there will be a heap of pots, you wash them, but you'll be thinking, when I finish, I think I'll have 5 minutes to rest. And when you finish, they are coming. It will be like all day, like a 12-hour shift. These pots are not stopping. And you say, no, what? This is just a job. Let me just do it at my pace, And when we came, some of us, I think some of you guys, you were managers, you were doing different jobs at home, but you had to come and do those jobs. Even if you tell them, for me, I was an aircraft technician at ASIM, but I came and cleaned toilets at McDonald's. And other people, I think you remember, were doing stock packing. You go to the supermarket like Asda, you'll be packing stocks onto the shelves day and night. Imagine. And I remember when I was working with my husband, they would say, oh, Taguma, today you are working in lingerie. You are working in, it's like, lingerie, what is that? Like at home, like, in Zimbabwe, maybe even coming near a bra for your wife, it was like scary. Then you're working in that department all night. You are packing all those things all night, like things that we've never done. It was a shock to the system. But these are the risks that we took, but we're doing this or by faith, knowing that these things will come back, these things will get better for us. I think another funny one, when people used to work in the fridge, order picking, when you're picking orders for in fridge, wearing this double jacket, 3 jackets. I'm sure some of us, you are relating to that. Order picking, you are in that refrigerator for I don't know so many hours, and the temperatures outside are warm, are hot, but you're wearing a double jacket, you are picking those orders. Warehouse, I think I remember we went to another, which was there, we were doing picking of card boxes, we're cutting them and arranging them for 24 hours. Imagine, we are just picking those boxes. So this I'm just taking you back so that you can see the risks that you took when you came home. So I'm saying it wasn't easy coming here. So I don't think it will be again a walk in the park going back. So that's the struggles that we faced when we came here. And eventually you would say, if you get a chance to go to do care work, you would say, oh guys, I've graduated, I got care work, I want care work, and Tony care work. If you get care work, you are like you've been promoted. You are like a king. No go to shine, don't want a care work. So probably those other jobs were paying £4.50 an hour, but care work was paying probably £6 or £7, and it wasn't as manual as that. So these are the things that we faced. I remember also I worked in a place called Rosane. I think if there are people who lived in Reading, they might relate to this. We went to a company called Rosane. Your job would just be to put labels and closing those bottles. There will be thousands and thousands. And if you are tired, you are coming from another shift, when you are falling asleep, on your line, there will be heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of bottles. Then they'll be saying, hey, they will come and wake you up, or you'll be chased. The next time they won't call you to a shift because you have to wake up your line. They'll be watching you. Those people are not stupid. They will be watching you because those bottles will be going in a line. So you have to do your bit, you have to do the bottles quickly and put labels. Other people will be there to fill up the bottles with honey. I'm sure I think those days, I think some of the bottles were overfilled because people are half asleep. They've come from another shift. So why I'm doing this? Why I'm talking about this is because I just wanted to take you back for the struggles that we faced coming into this country. It wasn't easy. And also, what I'm saying, going back to our home, it might not be easy as well, the same way as we did coming here. So I was trying to describe this situation that we faced. Takazviona anyway. Gara wakangorara chete 24/7. Unongobva nekuenda kwese ino kunotumira vanhu vari kumba. Iwe mari yacho hauna kana nguva yekuidya. Handiti. Vamwe tiringodaro izvo up to now. Tinomuridza kuti ari kushanda hauna kana nguva yekuidya. Uri kungotumira. And after 23 years, you have nothing to show for it. So just remember the struggles that we faced when we came in. And I think pamberi pawaizonzi ndawana nzvimbo yechinesi. That was a promotion. That was a huge promotion. We've managed to go to nursing, but we're not even a nurse. I was a aircraft technician myself, but going to be a nurse in a class, like, what am I doing here? But these are the things that we ended up doing. I'm still a nurse today. I'm loving it now, but I was not intending to be a nurse at all. But it was those things, those raipama paper, those things I can't support. So why I'm saying this is just to explain to you the struggles that we went through coming here, wanting to change the lives of our children, wanting to give our children a better future, wanting to give our children papers so that the world is on their footstool, that they're able to go wherever they want. This is what we did, isn't it? So that was the reason for that. And even now, why I'm talking about this going back, it's not only for you adults, it's for you, of course. Like last week I spoke about mental health, how people are suffering mental health in this country with this thing that I've been talking about. And some other people, I forgot about another point. Other people, we went to school. We went to there was a school here in Reading. It was called Immigrant. You would go and pay £500 for term after term in Impact College. But you were not going to school because you wanted to work. You'd go there 4 years and you are tired of paying the school fees, but no certificate out of it. You're already qualified, you're already an engineer, you're already a technician, you're already an accountant, you're already doing all these jobs, but you are paying to get a diploma, just for a diploma for you to get papers. Then other people, I think they just got tired of it and they gave up. So you had to restart the process of having papers in this country. Some people had to go to seek asylum, some people had to go to do other things. So I understand the struggles that people went. Other people are still in them right now. Other people came out of them recently. So I can understand that maybe trying to relocate to Zimbabwe, it's a hard job because we went through difficulties to settle here in this country. So now why I'm talking about that, I'm saying be motivated about this. Be motivated that when we came here, we didn't have nobody, but we are here now. We brought our children. Our children, they've got an option. For us, we didn't have an option, did we? We didn't have an option at all because we were the breadwinner. Our parents were looking forward to us because probably, maybe very few of you, that your parents were able to leave a legacy for you. Some of us, maybe our parents were looking forward to us. Try of what we did. So we're supposed to support our families because they had struggled, they'd finished everything to send us to school. They sold mabenzese to send us to school. So they didn't have any legacy for us, but we were supposed to look after them. But now we are parents now. I'm saying going back to Zimbabwe, that will give you, that will apply, that will, you're making a bridge for your children to be able to walk back and forth to come back to Zimbabwe. Like I'm saying, most young people these days, they want to go back to Zimbabwe. They wanted their culture, they wanted their identity. But I remember when I came here, I would straighten my children's hair. I didn't want them, they didn't want to have a kinky hair, and I didn't want even for them to have kinky hair because we're so brainwashed that being black and being African was not good. So we'd change them and we'd even force them to speak English instead of us teaching them our own language, teaching them our own culture. We didn't want that. So it was our fault, isn't it, that we put our children in that position. But have you seen, I think more and more young people are coming up to go back to be authentic themselves. They are doing their own culture. They are going back to Zimbabwe to do farming. They are going to Zimbabwe to do arts and even going to school. Before, I think you would say, oh, I want my son or my daughter to go and do medicine. I want my son and daughter to go and do accountant. Maybe we're forcing our children to do the things that we didn't do. You want your child to live your past that you didn't manage to do because you wanted to be an accountant, but you didn't manage it because of the facilities in this country. So now we're saying our children want to do the same. But what I'm saying, let's allow our children to do who they are, because they've got us to fall back on. They've got Zimbabwe to fall back on. So when you build in Zimbabwe, which means you're allowing them to move back and forth. Don't force them to be nurses. Don't force them the profession that you want them to be. Let them be themselves. Let them do us. Let them explore what they want to explore. Because we are here as backup for them. We're able to back up. And going to Zimbabwe, help them to apply. Sometimes we've had so many young people even in this country. So I'm diversing a bit, but we've had so many young people like committing suicide, children, premature death, teenager pregnancy, all those things, children in depression, mental health. If you go to mental health hospital, you find our own children there, our own black children, our own African children in there in mental health institutes. Because this country, imagine like last time we talk about old people, or adults who are suffering those things. How about our children? So going back to Zimbabwe, we give our children an opportunity to go and start and to know that there's an option. Even if you fail here, even if you don't make it here, even if you're upset here about other things, you're able to go home and be able to relax and be able to start a new thing and be able to do farming and be able to do arts and be able to do music and be able to do acting and be able to do YouTube and be able to be a news reader. They're able to do all these things because they can take that risk, because we took those risks when we came to this country. So as I'm saying, can we supply, let's be bridge makers for our children, so that our children, when they go home, they're comfortable. They don't feel like they're going back to the village, but they're going to the homes that were built for them. If this country is too hot for them, if the pressure is too much, if the tension is too much, if depression is too much, they are able to come back to the homes that we have done, because there is a future in Zimbabwe socially. Socially, it's very good. What I'm saying, financially, it might not be maybe we say it might not be good. But what I'm saying, you might have all the money, but if you've lost your mind, there's nothing. You might have all the cash that you have, but if you've lost your mind, it won't work for you. So this is my encouragement to you. I'm going to go ahead and speak about the reality. So I spoke so much, I diverted a bit, but I just wanted you to take you back to the realities of moving to this country. Hey, so I'm going to go into the difficulties that we faced. There are so many of them, but I'm going to pick a few. Probably will cover the other ones on my next video. So the first problem that we faced on board, really, and the pump theft. I think this is a problem for many people that would agree with me. Kubiwa kwema pump ne board, really. Makawanda, people have drilled bores, kubuda mvura, inakudina. So many things. I think people have bought maybe 4 or 5 pumps. Zichingobiwa chete. And it. So this were the maningi atakasangana nawo, matenzi atakasangana nawo pamutila bore. So what zvatakafunga after tanzwa maproblems akasangana nevamwe. We went to the people vane reputable names to drill our bore. Tandamanzi. It's a name that has been known in Zimbabwe for ages. So we asked them to drill the bore and do casings. They don't do the pumps and everything else, but they just drill the bore of Vitama casing arch. So this is the company that we used after we had learned from other people's mistakes. They were expensive, more than the normal people, more than our indigenous. But that way, it was a bit more expensive. But that way, we made sure that the bore was at the right site, right place, and everything to come and scan where the water is and everything. So if you are here and you want to drill a bore, I would say Tandamanzi is the great one to go for the bore, for the hole itself. Then they do that, then we have to find someone to do the pump, to do all the connection of the waters and all that. And also pakucherera pump, unofana kutsvaga even pump size yacho. Mwana obva kutorera kutsvaga pump size inenge ichibva yadhonza amagesi inobva yadhonza solar yese. So you need to consider that. What is horsepower? What amount of horsepower are you kutora pump inodhonza magetsi akaita sei? And also for your purpose, kuda kuti pump ichienda upstairs here, uri pump ichienda, so all those things to consider as well. And secure it for your pump. Because vanhu kuZimbabwe they will come vanoichera pump iyoyo, kana yava vachivakuitira vacho vanouya vachichera pump iyoyo votuma matsotsi. So make sure that when you start your project, that your house where you are doing that project secure. This is what we did. Security, we did put an electric fence. Yakangobatsira yakabva taita chiororo vanotya kubatwa nemagetsi. Saka electric fence is one of those things that you may want to think about. Maybe nekuisa cameras as well. So sometimes you think it's not dura, but imagine where we are investing $200,000 US, but maybe because we invest a security at a home for those 200,000 you are investor. So I think I would encourage anyone to invest in security. Security is a critical consideration when you're when constructing a project. So it's security. I don't know. I think it's a security overall of everything. You need to have security. Even kutoita kana security anenge achitogada pavanenge vachitora semende paya istai tikatenga mabhegi esemende tomasaina nemasitaiti kana manyora kuti 1 2 3 tichiita masignature. Saka pana pena security anenge achitoverenga kuti mabhegi ashandiswa mangani achiisa achimaona. Security anenge achingomira ipapo. You may think kuti ndobhadhara security anenge achingomira papa pangu pachivako ndomubhadharira svipi, but ndotokudza. Otherwise you would have to pay for more than the things that you have lost. Also, like we talked about project management. That's another thing. We pay someone for another project management and then got to own project to make sure that things are done properly. You see, my problem. We wanted to put tick doors in our home. Taenda tanoma order ma tick doors ayaya. Imba yese waisirwa. Wabva zvakanaka zvakadini. Kudzokera after 6 months, not even after 3 months, variko madoa rimwe rakupunzika, rimwe rakuda kudonha, kuti kochi chakuitika. saka takatengeswa matick doors anga ari manyoro, muti wanga usina kuoma iwoyo, they were not dry. Saka paakazooma akabva akotama, rimwe rikaenda kusaidi, rimwe rikaenda kupi. So if you are someone who's planning to put tick doors on your home, I think you need to go with an expert. Beta kutoenda nemunhu ane expert, anoziva expertise yeizvozvo zvinhu zvacho, obva waisira kana kutoenda kune vanonyatsogona vacho, not the indigenous people, because we ended up removing all the doors for the whole house. We had to remove all the doors kutanga kuisa madhoo panyowani etikiwa zvaramba ese anga akawapa. But sometimes paunoenda ipapo they don't show because anenge ari senderedzwa kuti itiki, but because hauzive handiti. Ende dzimwe nguva isi madiaspora, and sometimes we think nekuti agara kuno tinoda kumanager project yokuvaka, unoda kumanager project yoku, unoda kumanager project yetransport, but we have never done it. We fail to pay my experts kuti vatiitire zvinhu izvozvo handiti. So if you need to pay an expert kuti akuitire zvinhu izvozvo, it will save you a lot of money rather than paying twice. Buy cheap, buy twice. So those are the other lessons that we learned when we did the doors. Patakaiturwa futi manhiki aluminium windows. We wanted aluminium windows for the whole house because project yacho yainzi madoors edanga ekumeasurwa on the ground, ekumatirwa on site. So we found tanzoma indigenous kuti ndiye akaita aluminium doors, yangaitori referral, but the referral yacho anenge akaitirwa zvakanaka, but it was just problems. Wamutambidza mari, and vanhu vekuzimba macontractors vekuzimbabwe anokuudza kuti ndipe mari yekunotenga material, always a catch. But it's just because we come from here, the way we operate here is completely different, and the people they operate at home is completely different. And we are people who are so honest, so we think contractors are honest, but they take advantage of us. They take advantage of that. So akakuudza kuti ndiri kuda mari yematerial, takabva tamuti ketu $17,000 yekunotenga manhiki, yekunotenga aluminium windows. Haana kutombonotenga aluminium windows, akabva anopedza project previous the other person yanga asina kupedza. Only to hear that later kuti pane munhu anga achitomunetsa weproject yanga adyira mari. Saka anotora mari yako woshandisa in the previous project, wotora mari yenext customer woshandisa in the other project, wotora mari yenext customer woshandisa in the previous project. So this is what these contractors do, but negatively naive. So we just gave him 17,000 ketu kwakumba kuti auye nematerial. But learning that, I would say inini, if I'm going to get contractor anoita, I will take time out or to pay someone anenge achienda naye step by step akabata mari kunotenga material yangu ndounganidza panzvimbo. Then munhu anoita basa ozoya achiita at least feedback akasaya kunoita by materials on the ground. So these are the things that we faced. We go and pay 17,000, but he finally did, but it took a lot of time. After a lot of fighting, after a lot of phone calls, after a lot of problems that we faced. So if you are here and you want to do aluminium windows, you might be, I don't know, to go to find some reputable companies. But when we did the staircase, we thought, let's find someone reputable, a reputable company, a big company to do for us, instead of using these indigenous Mseama. At the end of the day, we found that they were not that expensive. They were actually maybe the same, but he came and did the job there and there, professionally. Emails coming when we were here. The job was done so professionally to do the staircases, the rails, a mass staircase. So I would advise you, don't be afraid of these companies. Don't be afraid of these original companies that are already in Zimbabwe. They're still operating, some of them. Just go there. Don't think an indigenous man, because ananga story na kana mari kutanga basa racho. And they've got such a sweet talk that they'll come and talk to you. Kuti iwe ndoita basa rako izvozvi, maybe we'll be on holiday, unenge on 3 weeks. Anokudza unga chatoya mangwana agoita sweet talk kuti pasanondipa mari, I need money to come back to the project, I need money to go and buy this. I don't know, unoita ngowaputirwa meno nemadhimoni. You just had this man wawangoona today, you hand him 17,000 kuti naivedwe. What happened? Chichi achandiputira. Saka minoita ngowaputirwa, you hand this man wasingambozive $17,000, and they just go. So they take advantage of us. So I'm saying to you, just be ruthless. Don't part with your money. Don't part with your money until you know. Material yoya pamba yozo achita basa. ngaakupe quotation yematerial. Don't give them money, these people. When you give them money, I'm telling you, you would have to wait for 3 months or ndokunge atozoita basa racho. They use mari yako to do the previous project inenge yakaningirika, they use your money to use for the other customer wanenge vakabira anenge achivanetsawo. So what I'm saying, just be careful. Don't, like we're talking about these jobs, don't give away easily your hard-earned money. Be ruthless. Do your homework properly. Better kutonzi unoutsinye zvako, but hold on to your money until you know kuti project zvaari kuita ndezvipi, wandiri waunganidzwa material yako. So we experience this. I'm just warning someone that kana kune project yauri kuita usamhanya kubudisa mari chengeta wozobudisa kana waane chokwadi wagutsikana neproject yauda kuita nevanhu vacho vari kuitira kuti vane integrity here. So the next topic yandoda kubata inyaya running a transport business in Zimbabwe while not residing there. Takambozviitawo, takatenga chigonye to import a TLB. I think most people have done that. Transport, vana baba vemarori ndo vandiri kutaura navo. Vana baba
TLB rakatira mhara tikati haiwa namo gore rinotazoverwa neshamhu. Chaita mari yokuorera nengwani. Dzimba dzakadai dzaiwa tichatovaka 3 kana 4 nematauro azvo aiitwa. Saziva kuti kusamboyaudzwa. Saka naurirwa mbari dzigotsi. Chakazoti zvotendeuka unoti maiwe kusina mai akuendwi, kusina mai akuendwi.
I'm sure many people understand.
Marori aya anokubvisa chiri kumeso, unoshuka kushuka kuti povo kusvika wadzidza. Asi tinovatenda Mwari nepavakazotisvitsa even after all the struggles.
This Ningirikiri, Arukunzusa and Rukutaura, but the one at 20,000 hours. I think we spend about 25,000 to Tenga TLB, Kurishipa, and all that. And we thought, if we buy this, then when the Zimbabwe, they'll be telling you, do business when you do every TLB, you'll be getting £100 an hour. You know, if you do 9 hours, £100 per hour, imagine, which make a Maria Gadaro. So they tell you all these things that are not realistic on the ground. They are not realistic for us people here in the diaspora. And also here in the diaspora, we've never run a transport, we're kind of clue. With no clue. You have to call someone, and those people will take advantage of you. So whenever you're doing business, my advice to you, do something that you know, do something that you are familiar with, or educate yourself on these things. Project. And this question, I think Vakawanda Vanemarori, they'll be thinking you are making profit. But profit whatever Marian thing and one side, if you consider yourself paid, because my calls are up and down. If you got a married relation, you are 25,000 was I had okay, and it, if you've been paid for your time, that you go some managing director or bad way. If you paid your workers, if you paid for the T&A, if you paid for the insurance, if you paid for all this, what besides you say is who can profit here? Who can say from your pocket? Are you able to pay? Some of us took sends are married to Mirakuno Padrama drive. Took sends are married to Mirakuno Gadrama, who take a party maror. Took to Miramari, putting at this way maror. But your business has been running for 4 years or something. You have nothing to show for it. Mariachi, what time you say, but I papa 5,000. You haven't got it back. Or once kind of Twitter is a good. You married Randaka Chandisa Utenga, kutenga this project. So patakatenga TLB tariendesa ikoko ratanga kufamba muroad, rafamba muroad right, rakanga rakaita 1 or 2 project. Mapatsa afa, chakati chadambuka, mari yacho yangoitwa $900, it will just go back into that project again. Masimba adambuka.
Panapa iri kubva pasera connection yacho ndiyo iyi iri kunze kunoke, ndiyo inofamba neoil yopinda nepapa. Pane pipe iri kutodzika nepasera paseri papa. Saka ndoiti kuti vati maoiling emukati anenge akakwezwa akasunungura apa panenge paine oiling. Saka tosasipeta pipe connection yacho yemukati ndio tichada kubvisa mangwana apa toona kuti oiling harachana kufema. Muna side kuno kwakanaka hakuna chakaipo, but side rine iri ndio rine oil iri kunyimina nepasera. Saka ndio iri kufara dona pasi, iri kudona pachiplate ichi muri kuona iyi yatodona apa. Saka
apa unenge uri pakati peshift.
semabhaudhi ada kusungwa muri kufema
yakaiswa ikoko yapera mari yeshift utumire inenge iri
kufema oil noti bheko ndo ranyanya kushanda nezuro pakuchera.
Statement inova ichitotaura kuti pane problem.
Saka ndio inenge yani oil
inenge
yachidzira.
Imagine receiving
inenge yabva mutu kanenge achidonha mbichana saka anenge ari pakushanda paanenge achita achilusena. Saka adagara achiti akangoshanda pese like nhasi tinenge takuasunungura nemeso meso. Ndo mabhodzi tida kutagira zvipanera runopota tichisunungura nekusunga tega in case takaita problem like what did nezo takazokumbira zvipanera zvokusunungura apa neapa nepapa tikwanise kubvisa pipe yakafa
gearbox rafa chino. So we had like actually kungotatokwereta mari kuno yekunogadzisa TLB, and it kept on going until kusvika pakati kuno ndochienda kupikira, shall I go back or shall I go to the front or shall I go back? So I am sure these are the things, my challenges that nosangana now. Like I'm going to talk about regulatory compliance, understanding and keeping up to date with local regulations and compliance requirements can be difficult from a distance. This includes obtaining necessary licenses, adhering to safety standards, and understanding tax obligation. So these are the things that we don't even look at when we want to start that transport business. We didn't look into that. We just say, if ndikangowana TLB changu chikangoenda paground chete ndakutotanga kuena $100. And also there's also an operational oversight that sometimes that we do, because effective management of daily operations such as vehicle maintenance, route planning, driver management is challenging without being on the ground. This can lead to inefficiency and increased costs. And it auna kana manager uda kumanager kunori pakati peshift phone iri kurira mota yafa iri kubait bridge on its way to bait bridge. You are trying to manage this issue, so you are just bringing stress for yourself. So it's actually, I'm saying, next to impossible. I mean, if there are people there who are running effective transport business, it's for us. I think we said this is a waste of money. We just sold it, put the money into the house, then we did the things that we know how to manage. Like Airbnb, it's just my house. And I manage the finances here. The money gets into my account and I manage it all here. But transport business, I found that many Zimbabwean men are into that. And the business, can you show for it? Maria Muksend and Roya Mukwenda kuno maintain Marori wife. sorry ndiri kubata-bata imwe yacho tataura inonzi communication barriers. We forget, we never think about those things. Time zones differences and potential language barriers. Language barriers, I say culture barriers, because you are in a different culture. The driver that is working for you, they're in a different culture. So it hinders effective communication with local employees and clients and partners, leading to misunderstanding and delays. Because hamusikunzwanana language, time differences, kuno kana dziri 2 hours wamuka kunona 7 yatondato kuchirundu. So there's no communication. And if there are people who are succeeding, I'm not saying there are people who are not succeeding. I'm just saying from our own experience, what we have experienced. Security concerns. So security concerns, we're saying ensuring security of your assets, personal, can be harder to manage from afar. Zimbabwe is experiencing economic instability and other social political issues that may affect the safety of operations. Unongozwa kuti motikari yabatwa nemapurisa anongokuudza kuti ndakazobatwa nemapurisa ndikazobvisa 100 pounds echoko mumwe. How do you know kuti ndo zvaitika? Saka if I were you, just park your car, do the business when you're there. Market understanding. Being distant from the local market can result in a lack of understanding of local consumer behavior and demand fluctuations and competitive landscape, which is crucial of making informed business decisions. Urukunokwa usitomboziva kuti market yachinja, what has been happened, usikuziva urungofamba chete murima, but you haven't done your homework enough kuti zvirikumbofamba sei, what is actually happening. And imwe ndataura imwe point yandanyora pasi ndeyekuti supply chain issues, isn't it? Managing supply chains and logistics can be more complicated when you are not present and to address these issues promptly. Delays of disruption can affect your business operations. So that one is a business which is very hard to run remotely. Okay? Trust and reliability. This is the main issue which you spoke about. Being a trustworthy local team is essential, but this can be more challenging when you are not personally there. When you are not personally there and monitor employees, there's a higher risk of fraud and mismanagement. So there are things that we are talking about. It's just thousands kugadzisa TLB. Men, I don't know, maybe we're giving a quotation of 5,000 with gearbox rafa. Can I be a gearbox rafa? Mariachi, it should be able to service itself. To manage, to service your car. Kubadara mushandi. Kubudisa mari yako yomumwe kana chinenge chaitika parori yako. Kuri kubudisa mari yako yomumwe, tanga unganza 10,000 wakabisa unganza up. Then uzokwanisa kutaura kuti ne profit. And cultural differences. And it's really a problem. A lack of familiarity with local business culture and practice can lead to missteps in negotiation and partnership, potentially damaging relationship and business prospects. So that's our cultural differences. And the driver and negotiate the price. I choose $90 an hour. Yeah, no tower price. Yeah, no that. So it will be very hard for you to manage when you are remotely. So addressing these challenges typically requires establishing a strong local presence, either through reliable local partners or hiring a capable management team and leveraging technology to maintain oversight and communication. What I'm saying, a strong management team. Most of us, maybe we don't want to hire managers because get a manager, you may need that. Or not to interview, but reliable, so that they are able to do that. Technology, like having cameras, putting your cars on trackers, but they'll find a way anyway of cheating on you. So for us, I would say our transport business, we had to sell it. We decided to make a decision to sell the vehicle and just remain in the house. And the other, if we're going to do it, we'll do it when we are present. So other risks that are there: economic instability, political risks, legal challenges, infrastructure issues in Zimbabwe because of roads issues. They are more likely to pay. You have to think about those things. Currency exchange fluctuation. Like right now, we're in Zig now. If we're being paid in other TGS, so that's a challenge. You also think about that. And local competitors, as you know, in Zimbabwe, sometimes there are people, local competitors with you. They are already on the ground. They are already known. So maybe sometimes we don't think about that. But I've never looked at the market. Market today market study. Technology limitations. Not able to access reliable internet technology infrastructure and be limited in some parts of Zimbabwe, complicating efforts to manage business remotely. And I phone kuti internet yanga isingaiti papasina network apa angatorwa dzanga achirova paanoziva kuzobatana newe it will be 2 days after watopera basa ati mazviona yakuzopelile the moment they're gonna come back to you. Quality control, ensuring consistent quality of service, whether the vehicle maintenance, customer service, the reliable delivery is harder to monitor without being present. So that's all the point that I'm talking about. Supply chain dependency, reliance on local suppliers for parts, fuel, other essential means that may local supply chain disruptions can have a significant impact on operations. For example, my parts are tied at TLB in Zimbabwe, they cost like 7,000. So make sure my parts are available. If this happens, how are you going to do that? So sometimes we just take it. It's a small thing. Mr. Moyo, TLB. I just went to buy TLB, but we haven't done my homework thoroughly, whether that this business suits me, that this project suits me. So these are the lessons that we learned from all this crisis management. Handling emergencies such as accidents, theft, natural disasters requires immediate action and presence, which is difficult to achieve when you are far. These are some of the things that increase your stress. You are trying to do all these things remotely. Because Baba insurance with the insurance will pay. So you see now, and it will see now, because those are the things that we sometimes we overlook when we get into this project. So I'm saying think properly, do your homework thoroughly, or do the things that you are familiar with. For us, I'm familiar with Airbnb. I've been doing Airbnb here at our house. So I say, let me do this simple business that I know of, that I'm familiar with. So because our guests book and they pay me here. Some of you need it's a liability to you. You are paying people to look after your home. Why can you not an Airbnb for now while you are waiting to go? But you've got a home, you work up figure. You can do an Airbnb, start booking people. So do things that are familiar, that is easy, which has got less management and data. So these factors can impact the success of transport business in Zimbabwe, highlighting the importance of strong local partnership and effective remote management strategies for you to be successful in this business. So I'm not saying this is for everyone, but I just advice for those people that are trying to do that. We have done that, so we left it, we sold it, we got our money, put the money with Simba, and we are just carrying on with other ideas, the things that are more concrete. So thank you guys for checking in. Thank you for this community. Carry on communicate, carry on commenting, carry on sharing ideas, or give us topics that you want us to discuss. Next time we'll discuss more and more topics of this challenge that we are facing on this journey. But what I'm saying to you, this journey needs God. And if you have been, sometimes people have stolen from us, but after what I'm saying, God is your source. Don't be distressed, don't be angry at those people. They are the ones who have losers. If it is a contractor, they've earned only that £1,000 from you, but you've got a potential of earning, they've lost a bigger business. If it's a relative who have stolen from you, they've lost, they are now back because they've stolen from you, but you are still carrying on. So God will continue to prosper you. Don't give up. Carry on, carry on, carry on. It's harder, but what I'm saying, I'm encouraging you that carry on. You are not alone in this journey. Many people have faced so many challenges, but what I tell you is carry on. Thank you for today. Thank you for showing up. I'm enjoying these interactions with you. Let's carry on these conversations. There are even deeper conversations that are coming, and the enjoyment. So thank you guys. I love you and take care.